All right, y'all. We got Jackson Kruger breaking down Patrick Mahomes' wild performance versus the Chargers. I feel like they started very slow. Patty was inaccurate a fair amount in this game for sure in the first half. They picked it up a little bit, but definitely if they would have started faster, they would have had a better opportunity to win this game. But it is what it is, and not even just that, not even starting faster. Him hitting some of his receivers, Taekwon, which he overthrew twice. But
all right, let's talk Patrick Mahomes, who ultimately had a wild game. He was amazing in the second half. Some of the best football you will ever see. Also, a ton of really sloppy football in the first half. So we're going to spend some time talking about that. We will eventually get into the crazy positives that we saw. Ultimately, though, the mistakes early on made it just too difficult to catch up. And then at the end of the video, we'll talk about where we go from here.
I think they'll figure it out this year, bro, because they had the same issue last year, starting slow, keeping games too tight. I think you kind of look at what you did last year, look at this game, and you make aggressive adjustments, So you be subtle. If it's during the season, this is early on in the season though, but if it's during the season, and you're winning games just like how they were last year, you want to make subtle adjustments. I think this season you have to try to make some aggressive adjustments.
For the Kansas City Chiefs. So let's start off here where what's going to happen is it's, a one-on-one matchup on a 3rd and 9. Hey, just outside field goal range, you convert here. You're inside field goal range here, so definitely want to try and convert. It's a, blitz here, one-on-one matchup with Hollywood Brown. Again, no Xavier Worthy or Rashee Rice, obviously. So, hey, let's see what Hollywood Brown can do. Well, he's going to run the route well. Gets open. Mahomes times this well, and it's just a dropped pass right there. So, not ideal, and quite frankly, we would see a lot of not ideal stuff from the Kansas City.
Hey, on this route, though, he put it on his back shoulder. Yes, Hollywood dropped it, but I do think it would have been better. It was a little bit more in his chest. That's just nitpicking.
Chiefs. Let's do a montage of it real quick. So you have Mahomes on this play throwing, and that one was nearly
that was an interesting
off.
one.
Not quite on the same page of Hollywood Brown. Thought he was running around a little bit further. This one overthrows Taekwon Thornton by just a touch. Again, don't have the chemistry down. That one, him not quite on the same page with Pacheco. This was
that was nice.
That hit the ground, and then even with that, it looked like it was going to be a first, but just wasn't quite able to be one. Again, here expecting Hollywood Brown to continue further down the field. That didn't happen. So a lot of struggling play by the Kansas City Chiefs, beating themselves, not on the same page. Again, I get that you had an injury, but you only had one injury, right? These other things it's still not excusable. I'll go over here, though. This is an interesting X's and O's thing that we saw. So you have a player who's going to be, you see this player that I've circled in black. That
I think
is
it's the batted pass.
Henley, the off-ball linebacker who they have on the line, and I think we're going to see teams start to do this more and more as the NFL progresses to rushing quarterbacks more and more. Mahomes takes a snap, and essentially the Chargers are saying, we'll rush with 3. That's okay. What we're not going to do is let Mahomes on a 3rd down and goal at around the 11-yard line beat us with his legs. So they're having Henley purely just watch Mahomes. The second Mahomes tries to scramble, he's able to chase him down. There's no one else to block him.
Great play.
Just make that tackle. Even gives him a little bit of a shove at the end there. You got to be careful with that stuff. We all know Mahomes can get some flags here and there. But yeah, I mean, that's, it's smart play.
I was surprised that wasn't a flag.
Mistakes the Chiefs are making, and we should. I mean, they made a lot of mistakes. But also there's interesting, smart stuff by the Chargers as well. This ended the half situation was a weird one as well, where the Chargers are going to have just a one-on-one matchup. Looks like a cover 3 zone on the outside. It's Taekwon Thornton, who, the Chiefs hit on a Taekwon Thornton deep shot in preseason, and you wondered, is that something they're going to try? Thornton, the former not second overall.
I think with Worthy out
by the New England Patriots, who
Thornton finna be a hit.
Hey, he's got great speed. We know Mahomes, at least in theory, has a great deep ball. It hasn't quite been able to work these past couple of years. We assume it's because they haven't had the blocking or the receiver to make it work. And then here, when this play begins, you're going to see, I mean, this is not wide open. Like, there is a window. You can see how this can work. But, I mean, it's not a big window at all. This is going to have to take a perfect throw for it to be a completion, but a perfect throw it is. What a thing of beauty by Mahomes. Great route by Tyquan Thornton, and you're thinking, okay, here we go, Chiefs making things happen. And again, we would just see some sloppy play. First, you would see this, where again, it looks like something was a bit off with the route, not fully expecting Hollywood Brown to keep running, or maybe just a missed throw. Could have been a pick six, honestly, had that gone differently. Then a false start, followed up by another false start, which instead of having a chance to maybe try to go for a touchdown, you got to try and get back into field goal range.
They had a decent amount of false starts.
Remembered he's the best quarterback in football, it felt like. First, this one, this is a little bit already, they're past midfield, but it's a 3rd down and 8. They definitely want to convert here. Mahomes takes a snap, and he's going to start scrambling. We would see him do this a lot, where the Chargers didn't do a great job of containing him. I talked about earlier how, hey, keeping the spy on him, paying attention that way. It felt like they went away from that. Can't really tell you why. I paused it here, but you can see just how much space is available for him. Not only is he going to pick up some yards, he also delivers a hit. Was that a hit he had to deliver? Not really, but he chose to deliver it. And did that a couple times where he was playing physical and I think firing his team up, right? We saw Kelsey end up drawing a penalty. They got Kelsey got slapped basically, which got a 15-yard penalty. After that touchdown, we then had this drive where, this is a ridiculous play by Patrick Mahomes. He takes the snap, tries to step up. The Chargers are more ready for this, right? They have number 3 there, getting his hands around Mahomes' ankles. On top of this, you have several, Chargers players who can come in and try and make a tackle on him because of zone coverage. They're paying attention to him. But watch Mahomes. I don't know how he did that. I don't know how he does this all the time. He's the best I've ever seen at okay, this play is absolutely over, and then somehow he's able to make something good happen. I've never seen someone do that to the level that he can do that. And then this play, scheming up Travis Kelsey wide open. Nice throw there by Mahomes to get it over the coverage that was underneath there. So really good stuff by the Kansas City Chiefs all across the board on these couple of drives. But then on the 2-point attempt, it's the dreaded, deflected pass that was Tart who slapped Kelsey earlier in the game. Now he slaps the ball away. So, hey, making it work when he can. It's a dreaded play, right? Peyton Manning used to joke that those should be illegal because not a lot you can do about it as an offense. Just sometimes it happens. Looked to be open too had they gotten it past the defensive line, but doesn't matter. They weren't able to do it. Give Tart credit for making the play. Unfortunately for Mahomes, the Chiefs would give up a touchdown, so now you have this situation. It's a 4th down and 7. Mahomes takes a snap, quick pressure, which is just so difficult. What do you do? He actually does have a receiver open all the way down the field, but that's difficult, right? How do you get it there when you have this kind of pressure? Well, Mahomes finds a way. The cameraman freaked out for a second. They get a huge completion there. Unbelievable stuff. So it's okay, down 2 scores, but about to make it 1 score. Maybe we can get a touchdown here. That wouldn't quite happen. Again, it's a teammate of Mahomes letting him down. This time it's Kelsey. That's not entirely fair. The ball was a little bit thrown a little bit further. It looked like Kelsey kind of did slow down a touch. So, it's them not executing the way we expect them to on several plays. We saw a lot of that in the first half.
A lot of chemistry issues.
Still, they had to get a field goal instead of a touchdown.
And not just with Kelsey, with Mahomes and all his receivers overall.
Like they were going to maybe get another drive, just couldn't.
He had a lot of missed throws.
The good news is 2017. It looked like 2017 Patrick Mahomes out there.
Like they were there.
2017 Chiefs defense out there as well,
but just slightly off.
Got to work on the defense, but hey, it was fun to watch at the very least. So those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below.
Like I said, I think shout out to JK for the video, man. I think there's a lot of just aggressive adjustments you're gonna have to make. Like, all right, it's not really tweaking so much. All right, well, finding immediate solutions. I don't know what the approach was last year, but again, like I said, there wasn't a huge change up in the look of the offense last year. Like they kind of slid through the year, just kind of doing the same stuff. We didn't see consistent or continuous deep shots to Xavier Worthy and really see him be used as a deep receiver until the Super Bowl is pretty much over with. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, like this light bulb just clicked now. Like, dang, oh, we got the fastest receiver in the NFL on our team. Man, it just clicked, you know. So it's gonna be certain things that I think they should be aggressive with. If they need to get Pacheco the ball more, it needs to be an aggressive change in the very next game of him getting more carries. If they need to stretch the field more, which I think that they tried to do in this game, but Pat was just missing. I think that we'll see immediate fixes game by game. But again, not too much to worry about here. It's week 1. Long season ahead of us, very long season. But if you're the Chargers, it's a good win, even though, again, it's just week 1. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the like button, subscribe, stay tuned, stay blessed.